whale. Noy and his father lived on an island. Their house was very close to the sea. Noy's father was a fisherman. Every day he left early for a long day's work on his fishing boat and came back home only after dark. One night, a great storm raged around their house. In the morning, Noy went down to the beach to see what had been left behind by the storm. As he walked along the seashore, he spotted something in the distance. "What's that?" he asked himself. When he got closer, Noy could not believe his eyes. "Oh my, that's a baby whale!" he exclaimed. A little whale was lying on the beach. It must have been washed up because of the storm, Noy thought. He wondered what he could do to help the whale. He knew that it wasn't good for a whale to be out of the water, as it could not survive on land for so long. Coming to the meaning of it. Noy and his father lived on an island. An island is a little piece of land that is surrounded by water on all four sides. Their house was close to the sea. Noy's father was a fisherman, and he would go out on a long day's boat on his fishing boat and come home only at night. And one night, there was a great storm that raged around their house. That means there was a very violent storm that took place just outside their house. As he walked along the seashore, he spotted something in the distance. Spotted something in the distance means he saw something very far off. "What's that?" he asked himself. When he got closer, Noy could not believe his eyes. Could not believe his eyes means he was surprised to see something on the beach. He saw a little whale lying on the beach. It must have been washed up because of the storm. Washed up means it was placed on the shore by the waves. He wondered what he could do to help the whale. He knew that it wasn't good for a whale to be out of the water, as it could not survive on land for long. Survive means continue to live in spite of a difficult or dangerous condition. Survive essentially means live. Just then, Noy remembered something. He ran home and got a bucket. He filled the bucket with water from the sea and poured it over the whale. Noy had once read that if a whale is washed ashore, one should pour cold water on it. "Now I must be quick," he thought. He ran home again and brought back his pull cart. With much difficulty, he lifted the whale and then put it in the cart. Once he was home, he filled his bathtub with cold water and put the whale in it. "I hope I have done enough to save the baby whale," Noy thought hopefully. Noy did everything to make the whale feel at home. He told the whale stories about his life by the sea with his father. He thought that his new friend was an excellent listener. But when it became dark and the night drew in, Noy got worried. "Father will be angry with me for bringing a whale inside the house." When his father returned, Noy did not tell him anything at first. He managed to keep his secret the whole evening. He even managed to sneak in some supper for the whale. But he knew he would not be able to keep his secret for long. And he was right. After supper, Noy's father went upstairs and saw the whale. Then Noy had to tell his father everything. But his father wasn't angry, so Noy said, "Can we please keep the baby whale, Father? It's the only friend I have now. I'll take great care of it." So let's come up to the meaning. What did Noy do? He got a bucket from his house, he filled it with water from the sea, and he poured it over the whale. Because he read that if a whale is washed ashore, one should pour cold water on it to make it survive. What is the meaning of washed ashore? It means brought onto the shore by the waves. Now I must be quick, he thought, and he ran home, brought back his pull cart on which he put the whale, and brought the whale back home. He carted the whale to his bathtub, put the whale inside, and then filled the bathtub with cold water. I hope I have done enough to save the baby whale. Hope means he wished that something good will happen. Noy did everything to make the whale feel at home. What is the meaning of making the whale feel at home? It means he made the baby whale comfortable and made the baby whale feel like it was in his own home. But when it became dark, the night drew in, and Noy got worried. Night drew in means it became dark, and it was late in the evening. He thought his father would get angry with him for bringing the whale inside the house. When the father returned, he managed to keep his secret the whole evening. Managed to keep his secret means he was able to hide his secret and not let his father know what he had done. He even managed to sneak in some supper for the whale. Sneak in means move quietly or do something very secretly. He could not keep a secret for long because his father went upstairs and he saw the whale. And little boy tells father, "Can we please keep the whale forever? Because this is my only friend right now." "I have been so busy, Noy. I never realized that you were so lonely," said Noy's father sadly. "I am so proud and so happy. I'm proud of you for helping this little whale. But you see, Noy, it must be missing its own family. We must take it back to the sea, to the place where it belongs," he added. Noy and his father put the whale in a motorboat, rowed out into the dark sea. Then they put the whale back into the seawater. Noy knew it was the right thing to do, but it was hard for him to say goodbye. However, he was glad his father was there with him. Noy often thought about the storm whale and wondered how big it would become one day. He hoped that soon one day he would see his friend again. The meaning of lonely is to be alone and unhappy because he has no friends or companions. Understanding the text. Let us match the words in column A with column B in order to make a sentence. Noy walked along the shore and. Did he pour water over the baby whale? Did he fill his bathtub with cold water? Did he spot something in the distance? Yes, he spotted something in the distance. Number 2. Noy knew that it was not good for a whale to be out of the water for a long time because A. He poured it over the baby whale. Noy filled his bathtub with cold water and put the whale inside. Or it was hard for him to say goodbye. Or it could not survive on land for long. Correct. E is correct. It could not survive on land for long. Number 3. He filled a bucket with water from the sea and what did he do? He poured it over the baby whale. That is A. Number 4. After taking the baby whale back home, what happened? Noy filled his bathtub with cold water and put the whale inside. That is B. Number 5. Noy and his father put the baby whale in a motorboat and rowed out into the sea to put it back into its waters, that is F. Number 6, Noi knew it was the right thing to do, but D, it was hard for him to say goodbye to his friend. Let us answer the following questions. 1. In the morning, Noi went down to the beach. Why did Noi go down to the beach in the morning? Noi went down to the beach in order to find what was left behind by the storm. Number 2. It must have been washed up because of the storm, Noi thought. What did Noi spot on the beach? How did it appear on the beach? Noi spotted a whale on the beach. It appeared little. With much difficulty, he lifted the whale and put it in the cart. Why did Noi put the whale in the cart? Noi put the whale in the cart in order to take him to his own house and put him in a bathtub in order for him to survive. I have been so busy, Noi, I never realized that you were so lonely. Who said these words? How did he realize that Noi was lonely? Noi's father said these words. He realized Noi was lonely because Noi said the baby whale was the only friend he ever had. Number 5. We must take it back to the sea, to the place where it belongs. How did Noi and his father take the baby whale back to the place where it belonged? How did Noi feel at this time? Noi and his father took the baby whale in a motorboat deep into the ocean to put him back in there. Noi felt sad that he had to say goodbye to his friend, but he felt that this was the right thing to do. Answer the questions in your own words. Why do you think Noi and his father took the baby whale back to the sea? Would the baby whale have liked it more if it had stayed back with Noi? I think Noi and his father took the baby whale back to the sea in order for him to be with his own family. We can use the word it instead of him. Would the baby whale have liked it more if he stayed back with Noi? Though the baby whale may have enjoyed Noi's company, he would have missed his own family. Also, baby whales drink a lot of milk every day, about 600 liters a day. And Noi would not be able to provide that for him. Complete these sentences with the abstract noun forms of the words in color. Check with your teacher or a dictionary for the correct spelling. Pankaj is so kind to his pets. They love him for his kindness. Okay, just a second. We are a little bit enjoying the text. Number 1. Which lines in the text tell you that Noi treated the baby whale like a human being? Noi told the baby whale stories about his life with his father on the beach. This tells us that Noi treated the baby whale like a human being. Number 2. Which of these words would you use to describe Noi? You can choose more than one word. I would choose imaginative, because he was telling stories to a whale. He was rather imaginative, and he pulled a cart right from his house to the beach in order to pick up the whale in it and bring it to his bathtub, fill it with water and keep it safe. He was definitely caring. He was not rude. He was curious to see what was on the beach that the storm had left behind. He was excited because he exclaimed that he found a baby whale. This was the most exciting thing that happened so far to him on the beach. Was he understanding? Yes, he was totally understanding, because he let go of his best friend and let him go and enjoy himself with his family deep in the ocean. Was he kind? Yes, he was very kind-hearted, and he wanted to save his friend. Was he friendly? Yes, of course, he made a friend out of that whale. He was thoughtful. He was not naughty. Grammar and usage. Look at these words: whale, stories, noi. These words are nouns. Noun is a naming word, and a noun could be the name of a person, place, animal, or thing. It can be a common noun like whale or stories. It can be a proper noun like noi. The noun can be singular like whale or plural like stories. Let's go to the next part. Underline the nouns in these sentences. Number 1. Padma is on the train to Thrissur now. Padma is a proper noun, train is a common noun, Thrissur is a proper noun. Can you find the face of a clown in this picture? Face, clown, and picture are common nouns. Kiran is going to Mumbai to play a cricket match. Kiran and Mumbai are proper nouns. Cricket match are both common nouns. We always go to Dr. Dinah. She's an excellent doctor. Dr. Dinah is a proper noun. Doctor is a common noun. The animals are at the pool to drink water on a hot day. The animals, pool, water, and day are all common nouns. Our cat Roxy has become friendly with our neighbors' parrots. Cat is a common noun, along with neighbor and along with parrots. Roxy is the name of the cat, which is a proper noun. Look at these words: hope, honesty, love, growth, and pain. These words are called abstract nouns. They are usually the names of qualities or feelings that you cannot really touch or see. They do not have any plural form. You cannot say hopes, honesties, loves. That's wrong. You usually form abstract nouns by adding ness or meant or dumb to these words, like happiness, enjoyment, freedom. Sometimes a word changes completely to form the abstract noun, like beautiful will become beauty, hot will become heat, proud will become pride. Complete these sentences with the abstract noun forms of the words in color. Check with your teacher or a dictionary for the correct spelling. Number 1. Pankaj is so kind to his pet. They love him for his kindness. So kindness here is the abstract noun. Plants grow well in our garden. The sunlight helps their growth. Growth. Those soldiers were brave. The newspapers wrote about their bravery. Bravery. Kumar is very honest. He told the teacher that he did not complete his homework. The teacher liked his honesty. Honesty. We laugh loudly when we watch cartoons on television. Our laughter wakes up grandfather. Laugchter. Look at these words: class, team, herd. These are names we give to a group of things or people. We call them collective nouns. Circle the collective nouns in these sentences. The army crossed a mighty range of mountains in the north. So army and range are collective nouns. Please put away that pile of clothes in your bed. Pile. Our school has a large network of computers. That's network. It's a collective noun. There is a fleet of taxis parked outside the hotel. The fleet is the collective noun. We bought a bunch of bananas at the fruit shop. Bunch is the collective noun. They saw a herd of elephants bathing in the river. Herd is a collective noun. Words in use. Replace the words in color in these sentences with the words from the box. As Noy walked along the shore, he spotted something in the distance. As Noy walked along the shore, he saw something in the distance. Noi put the whale on his pull cart with a lot of difficulty. Another word for difficulty would be effort. Noi put the whale on his pull cart with a lot of effort. Noi wanted to save the baby whale. Noi wanted to protect the baby whale. Noi said he would take great care of the whale. Noi said he would look after the baby whale. Noi's father said the whale should go back to his family in the sea. Noi said the whale should return. Noi's father said the whale should return to his family in the sea. Noi hoped to see the storm whale again. He wished to see the storm whale again. Look at these words. Sea plus shore makes seashore. Bath plus tub makes bathtub. So when you put two words together to make one word, we call it a compound word. Let us match column A with column B and form compound words. Motor, boat makes motorboat. Sea, shell. Notebook, upstairs. Cupboard, tablespoon. The listing task we will deal with later. Writing. Use the clues in brackets to describe Noi's house, the island, and the sea. You can add words of your own to describe the places. Write the sentences as a paragraph in your notebook. Where is Noi's house? Noi's house is on an island close to the beach. How would you describe Noi's house? Noi's house has 2 floors. His room and his bathroom, which contained the bathtub, were upstairs, and therefore he had to take the whale in his cart right upstairs into his bathtub. How would you describe the island where Noi lived? The island where Noi lived was sunny. It had soft yellow sand on the beach, and it had a very clean and beautiful beach. How would you describe the sea where the baby whale lived? The sea where the baby whale lived was deep, and it was dark blue. It had lots of fish and crabs and turtles and whales. There were plenty of fishing boats around that area. Let us go back to listening. I'm going to speak a few sentences about baby whales, and then we will answer the following questions. Blue whales are the largest animals that live on Earth. Depending on the season, blue whales move from one place to another to look for food and a warm climate. Blue whales eat tiny ocean creatures that look very much like shrimp called krill. They can eat up to 36,000 kilograms of krill a day. Baby whales are called calves. They drink up to 600 liters of mama's milk every day and put on 90 kilograms a day for 1 year. Whales are also the loudest animals on the planet. Whales have feelings for one another. Now let us answer the following questions. Blue whales are the dash animals that live on Earth, largest animals. Depending on the season, blue whales move from one place to another to look for food and a warm climate. Blue whales eat tiny ocean creatures called krill. They are also the loudest animals on the planet. The hunting of blue whales by humans has decreased their population with time.